Have you ever wondered how to get your video from Premiere Pro all the way to YouTube so all those people, your fans included and family, can see your hard work? Well, today we're going to be going over YouTube settings, Premiere settings, so you can get the best out of your project. Let's go look at it. So before we get started, I want to make sure that you have obviously both Premiere Pro downloaded, but also the app called Media Encoder, which is ME, and it should be included in your Adobe portfolio, subscription, whatever you want to call it. But back in Premiere Pro, we're going to have the sample video. Obviously, your project's going to look way bigger or longer. I'm just having this as an example. And let's just say I am done with my project and I want to export and get the video file of this. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go in the top left corner and I'm gonna hit export. This is gonna bring us to this screen where we can choose the best settings for our video and preview what we had just done to make sure you're actually exporting the video that you want. So first I'm gonna make this file name Benny. I don't know why, it just the first name that came to my mind. You want to make sure to name your files related to the video so that you can make sure you know where the video is, so you can like search up the name or the theme of that video. So if I was making a video game clip, I can just make it Fortnite shot. It doesn't even matter. And then the location, I'm going to choose my desktop, because I can also find it in my file explorer or simply just looking at my desktop. So I'm gonna hit save. And the preset, for me, I have a custom, but yours is gonna look different. I recommend going down below and finding match source adaptive high bitrate. This is just a simple preset for people to export their videos, and there's not much fuss in playing with the settings, and it's the highest available bitrate you can get with the adaptive part. And some computers that are either high-end or mid-tier should be able to run this no problem. And if you have a smaller, kind of a slower computer, I recommend going down to medium or low. It's gonna reduce the quality, but you're not gonna spend 10 hours exporting a 1-minute video. I know that's extreme, but this is an example. Otherwise, you can also go to high quality, 1080p or 4K, which is 2160. I recommend 4K, that's just my opinion. I like to export high because sometimes they dumb down quality if you're putting on Instagram or YouTube. But for this example, I'm gonna hit adaptive high bitrate for now. And in the format, it's gonna sometimes automatically put you to H.264. All this is just a compression of all the data files and the numbers going to the data part of the video, and we're gonna compress it into a file that it puts it through onto your computer, which is an MP4 or a .mov. I'm gonna go down to H.265, which is a slightly newer one, although it's not brand new, it's just newer than the H.264. And what I know of using this format, it is a better quality video in my opinion, although it's not leaps and bounds, so it's not like night and day and it's gonna be changed automatically. So I recommend H.265, it's just overall high quality. On the video tab, which is right below, I'm gonna make sure this section matches my video that I was just doing. So if you had 1080p video, it matches the frame size or 4K. But down here, I'm gonna click these boxes, the render at maximum depth and maximum render quality, so we can get the most out of the video and we're getting the highest quality possible. Now, I haven't changed these settings in a long time, so you can take a scroll and look what I have down here. I'm not an expert on these. I remember I was way young when I when I made these settings, but you can copy these or you can comment down below in the comment section and I can try to go into this more depth in a later video for you guys. Next, we're gonna go down to audio, which is the next tab. And for me, I wanna make sure I have the highest quality audio so that I can have a high quality video but not have really terrible audio that makes people laugh or turn the video off because it's really bad. So I have the format as AAC, which is the same as the codec. I have the highest possible sample rate, and I always have in stereo. I don't need surround sound, which is 5.1. That's just, you're not making a movie or a music video, so I'm okay with this. Stereo is just left and right channels, like your earbuds or headphones or even speakers that you have on your desk. And then bitrate, I have it at 320, but I'm just gonna go to 448. It's a higher bitrate, and I'm not going the biggest file type ever. So 448, I recommend. Now, if you wanted to export just a simple clip, I know I can't show clips because it's just a gradient green thing, but if I wanted to go to custom, and I use the buttons on my keyboard, which is in, I can start it right at this location. And if I want to stop it right here, I hit O on my keyboard, which is just out. That's how I learned the keys. And that way, let's just say I had an important scene or someone was shooting a basket and made it, and I wanted to start it here and end it there. It's really easy to look and see what you're working with, or you can do that inside your project in Premiere Pro. Now, what I'm gonna do is when I'm done, I'm going to make sure this is all wide. Okay, now I'm gonna go to send to Media Encoder at the bottom right. This is gonna open up the app that I told you guys to download at the very beginning. This is a separate app from Premiere Pro that you send all your files to so that you can export it, and it does the work for you, chewing through all the data that you sent to that video with all the video files and the pictures and whatever into a finished product. So you can see right here, I have my codec that I chose and I recommended to you. I have my custom preset, which if you can just drop down, you can always change. You can have the 8K, 4K, all that stuff. No need to go super high, but I'm gonna keep it at custom. You have your location. You can always change it by clicking it, but for me, I'm still gonna keep it on my desktop. And you can see that status is ready. Sometimes it says warning. The warning isn't terrible. It just means that there might be like a font issue on your project or something was deleted, but you might even know already, so that's okay. Now that we're ready, I'm gonna be hitting the play button, which is at the top. But before that, I wanna go down this little section right here where you can choose what the renderer is for this video. Now think of your project as a really juicy steak, and you have to really chew through it in order to get it swallowed through and to process in your body. These renderers are computer softwares and hardware that chew through your project to finally get it exported. But one setting, which is the CUDA or CUDA, I don't really know how to pronounce it, I've never had to. This is for NVIDIA graphic drivers, which are, I have one in my PC, and it's widely used around the world, and I would always recommend this one. But if you don't have NVIDIA, you might have AMD graphics card or maybe a slightly older laptop or computer, I would hit OpenCL. There's not a terrible much difference. I think one or the other would be slower if you didn't have that graphics card. So always stick to what you have, and you can search this up on Google or your specs of your computer, so you know how to fully get the greatest speed when exporting, because it could take 10 minutes or it could take an hour. So now that I have all my settings all lined up, I'm gonna hit the play button, and it's gonna export my whole video, which for me is a very simple thing. So it's a really quick video, but I bet you yours is going to be really long because it has to chew through a lot. One recommendation I have is to always use Media Encoder, because when I'm exporting a video, I can go back to Premiere Pro and open something else or change a setting if I need to find anything. But if I was not using Media Encoder and I was using, if I go here to export, I'll show you. I can hit export on this, and it will use the Premiere Pro settings to export, which is okay. You can do that, but you can never use Premiere Pro while exporting. It kind of just locks it in place, and it freezes your screen unless you want to use another app like Photoshop or Chrome. It doesn't really matter. So I recommend using the Media Encoder because of that reason. Also, if you see this big open space, you can go to your other projects and you can send them, like I showed you at the beginning of this video how to export. You can send as much as you want to this area. I could have 5 projects all lined up, and if I hit this play button and I walk away from my computer, it will export each video one by one, and it will do all the work for me instead of going to Premiere Pro, hitting export on each one, watching it do it, and then it saves time, and it's a great app that Adobe put out a long time ago. So now that I have my exported video, I'm gonna go to YouTube, and it opens up, and you have your home page, and make sure you're signed in to your account so you can actually post. You cannot post on the guest account. You're gonna go over to this create button right here, and you're gonna hit upload video. We're gonna select the files. I'm gonna go on my desktop because I saved it there and I have my video called Benny. I'm gonna hit open, and it's gonna load into YouTube. You can see it's uploading video, so you know you did that successfully. And it's gonna open up this white box where you start to make sure you get all the metadata and the titles and descriptions, all of that. Now, once you uploaded that video, you have the option now for the titles and descriptions and all of that different scenarios. So we're gonna start with the title. Obviously, this is the most stupid video I could find. So green video gradient. It really does not matter. For me, it's a title, so I like to go every word is capitalized. And maybe if I want to make it shocking, I can go gradient. Obviously, it's going to change, and I'll just keep it like that. Now we come to your description. Your description is very important, and it's not important. Now, when people watch your videos, including me, when I watch YouTube, I never look at the description because it really doesn't help me. I don't need to look at links or different key things that the YouTuber put, but this also adds key data or hashtags or keywords to your video so it can be seen more by people out in the wild. So let's just say this was a gaming video, like it was Fortnite. This is just totally make-believe. I can say, welcome to my Fortnite video. And obviously yours would be way longer. I would ramble as much as possible. Like, welcome to my Fortnite video. I'm gonna be shooting Scar. Like, it's just super random. But you're adding more keywords so that when people might be searching up Fortnite gameplay or something like that on YouTube, it might be relocated to your video while searching on YouTube. So another key thing about descriptions is that I can add a link to my Instagram or another YouTube channel that I wanted. You can always hit the @ symbol and type in like Mr. Beast or something like that, who obviously has a lot of subscribers and a lot of videos. And this is a cool way to tag whoever's maybe in your video or someone you're collaborating with. I would put stuff in your description. Get it to the 5,000 mark as close as possible so that keywords, hashtags can be used, links can be used, and it just fills it up so you have more information for people that are watching you. Now I'm gonna go down to thumbnail. Down here, I'm gonna upload a random picture because obviously this is the most random video. Let's see here, I'm gonna scroll down here. Here's a bunch of cars. It's really useless. Playlist, I'm not gonna do anything. And I'm always gonna click no, it's not made for kids. I'm not saying my video is inappropriate, but usually people over the age of, well, I don't know, 8 is on YouTube. And so it can be used for entertainment or something. So I always hit no, it's not made for kids. Restrictions, no, do not restrict my video, show more. I unclick the promotion because no one paid me for this. No altered stuff. I don't need to invite a collaborator. Automatic chapters is good, maybe for a talking head video or a podcast. Sometimes it uses AI to help see when certain sections of your video are showing. And it's not always correct, but I think it's a cool feature. So I always hit allow automatic chapters. Feature places I take off. Automatic concepts. Sometimes I leave it on. Maybe it might bring more people on the explore page of YouTube to your video. But for me, I'm just gonna hit off. That's just my opinion. Now we get to tags. This is a very important section. I'm going to start typing a bunch of words that are related to the video and not related to the video so that we have a bunch of metadata and words that people could type into the description for YouTube and maybe find your video. So let's just go back to the Fortnite theme. If I had a video, I could do video games and I hit enter, it adds a tag. Fortnite. I can do things that are related to Fortnite. So I can do guns, shooting. Let's do PC because I'm playing on a PC, or a PS5. It gets to 500 characters, which is good. I would go as much as possible on your topic, whether it's a sports video or gaming, like I just said. It increases your chance of people trying to look for your videos or videos like it. It will just be picked up in the exploration part or the recommended videos in the browsing sections. Now that I filled out some tags, I'm going to go down to language. I always like to do the language. I don't think there's even much necessity to add whatever you want for the language or not doing it. I'm just going to do it anyways. I'm English United States. Captions, I didn't have any. Recording date, I don't think it really matters, to be honest with you. And location, unless you had a special cool, like you were at the Eiffel Tower and you want people to watch your Eiffel Tower video, I'm going to keep at none. The standard license, I don't really have music playing. I'm not critiquing other people's videos or whatever, so I'm staying there. The embedding and published descriptions feed, I'm just going to keep it like that. Shorts remixing, let's just say you had a cool clip of yourself and you wanted people to have the option of clipping your video or using it in a different way in shorts. I'm going to hit allow video and audio remixing. You can use your own videos as remixing, or people can use yours. If you don't want others to and yourself, just hit don't allow. It really doesn't matter. Now the category, I'm actually going to change this to entertainment. Entertainment is good because less and less people are going to YouTube for how-to videos. Back in the day, people might use it as how to change your oil or whatever. And that's still a big part of YouTube. But I would change it to entertainment because that's where the younger people are. And the younger people are the ones that are boostering the videos on YouTube. So I'm going to keep it in the entertainment section. I'm going to keep the comments on for right now. The moderation, I'm actually going to put as strict, so it kind of weeds out any of like maybe cussing or vulgar language or hate comments. It's not always perfect, and I would always recommend, if you have tons of comments, to go back and look through what you have. And if it gets too much, you can simply turn off comments. And anyone who can comment, you can change this. I would do to anyone because it brings more people wanting to comment and join your community on YouTube. And the sort by doesn't really matter. I think you should do the newest. Whoever commented first should be newest, or like who did it most recent. But you can also do top. So if someone was really funny and they got the most likes in their comment, they'll be at the top. So I have the first page done. I'm going to go to video elements, and I'm going to skip this for today's video. Now, this is good for channels if they have a lot of videos that they can turn back to. Like, let's just say I was making a video about a car, and in the little top corner, I can put a little tag to a video talking about how an engine works. It could be my video or someone else's, but today I'm going to skip this because this is kind of more of a beginner session. So the initial check, this is just the copyrights and maybe music was used and I didn't copyright it, or it was a strike or something. I'm fine, so I'm going to pass this. Visibility is different. So we're going to go to this section right here, and I'm going to hit public. And I'm going to hit do not. I would recommend not doing instant premiere unless you had a huge following. And if you had a huge following, you should not be watching me. You should keep working because I don't have a huge following, and you should know what to do. The schedule, I'm going to drop down. I recommend not scheduling it for the day of that you made it. So right now I'm making this on a Monday, March 10th. You can see this right here. I'm going to set it for tomorrow, the 11th, and I'm going to drop down. I'm going to do it in the morning. Now, it really doesn't matter unless you have a big following. And if you have a big following, then I recommend doing it at the same time on the same day every week. So if I posted one video strictly every week, I recommend probably Tuesday. That's when a lot of new things come out. And I would do it early in the morning. Let's just say 6 a.m. Because it gives more people, maybe with other time zones in the US or even other countries, to wake up and see it. It depends on where you're located. I'm on the West Coast, so it's gonna, for me, I'm gonna put 6 a.m. And I'm not gonna click Premiere. I'm just gonna keep it like this, so you can see that your video is gonna be private. It's gonna be just on your channel until it's published. And you can hit schedule down here. I really recommend to schedule your video later, like the day after, because let's just say you want to change the title, or you want to change the description without messing with your video too much, or you had copyright strikes that YouTube didn't pick up. This just helps you have a safety net, and you don't have to worry about, oh no, my video is public and I messed up something. I've definitely messed up a lot. I spelled words wrong, and it's really messed with the professionalism of videos, which is definitely my fault. And so I just want to make sure that your videos are the highest quality and the most produced, so many people can see on YouTube and you can share it with friends and family. Well, until next time, I can't wait to share more videos on Premiere Pro and YouTube settings. Comment down below if you want any different videos on specific topics or ideas, and I will try to make videos on that in the coming weeks. Thank you for watching.